If you're tired of messy cuts, uneven channels, and spending way too much time chasing walls by hand, it might be time to consider a wall chaser. Not only do they deliver clean, precise grooves, but they also make your work faster, safer, and far more efficient. However, with so many options available, choosing the right one can feel overwhelming. That's why in this video, I'll be going over the 6 best wall chasers you should consider. Whether you're a professional electrician or a serious DIYer, there's something on this list for you. All the links to find the best prices on the wall chasers mentioned in this video will be in the description below. Let's get started. Number 6 is the Vevor 4800 watt wall chaser. If you've ever tried cutting clean channels into concrete and thought, there has to be an easier way, this one makes a strong case right away. It packs serious muscle with up to 4800 watts of power and spins fast enough to chew through concrete, brick, marble, and stone without hesitation. The cutting depth goes up to 41 millimeters, and the width reaches 42 millimeters, which covers most electrical and plumbing jobs without needing multiple passes. What really helps with accuracy is the built-in laser guide. You line it up, lock in your depth and width, and the cut stays straight instead of drifting halfway through the wall. The adjustable base makes fine-tuning easy, even when the surface isn't perfect. The swivel handle rotates left or right, so you're not fighting the tool when working in tight spaces or awkward angles. Safety is clearly a priority here. It includes overload and leakage protection, plus a movable blade cover and water pump to keep dust under control. That makes a noticeable difference during longer jobs. It's also solidly built, with a rugged housing that feels ready for job site abuse, though it does have some weight to it. People generally appreciate the power and clean cuts, especially for the price. A few mention it's not exactly light, but most agree the performance makes up for it. Number 5 is the XtremepowerUS wall chaser. This one feels like it was made for people who just want to get in, cut clean grooves, and move on to the next job. Right away, the power is noticeable. With a 3000 watt motor pushing the blades up to 5000 RPM, it handles stone, brick, and cement walls without bogging down. Once it's running, it cuts smoothly and keeps a steady pace, which is exactly what you want when you're working against the clock. One of the standout features is the infrared guide paired with the roller system. As you push forward, the roller stabilizes the tool while the infrared beam keeps your line straight. That combo makes a big difference, especially if you're doing long runs for wiring or conduit. The depth is adjustable, and it can even handle 90-degree cuts, which saves time when working around corners. Dust control is another strong point. The built-in vacuum port and water pump work together to keep debris down, though you'll still want proper safety gear. The grip feels comfortable, and overall handling is straightforward, even for first-time users. Build quality is decent for the price, and many users like how fast and clean the cuts are. Some people have noted durability concerns after heavy use, but most agree it delivers solid performance for the money. Number 4 is the VicSec electric wall chaser. The first thing you notice here is how aggressively it cuts once it touches the wall. It's built for speed and clean results, especially when working on hard concrete, brick, or marble. With a maximum cutting depth of 41 millimeters and a width of 42 millimeters, it handles most wall grooving tasks in a single pass, which saves a lot of time on bigger jobs. Control is a big focus in the design. One handle rotates 180 degrees while the second rotates 90 degrees, so you can adjust your grip depending on the cutting direction. That flexibility really helps when working along corners or switching between vertical and horizontal grooves. The infrared guide adds another layer of precision, making it easier to stay on your line without constant stopping and checking. Dust management is handled in 2 ways. You can use water-wet dust control with the included pump, or rely on suction-style dust removal. Both options noticeably reduce airborne dust, which is a big plus for indoor work. The movable protective cover also helps block debris while allowing you to reach tight spots. The body feels solid and durable, designed for repeated use on demanding surfaces. Some users mention the setup takes a little time to get used to, but once dialed in, it delivers clean, professional-looking results consistently. Number 3 is the ZX Moto wall chaser. This one is all about efficiency. As soon as you power it on, it's clear it's designed for fast, one-pass grooving without a lot of setup or extra steps. With a rated 3000 watt motor and load power pushing up to 4800 watts, it spins at around 6200 RPM, giving it enough bite to cut through concrete, brick, and marble with confidence. What makes it especially practical is the one-time molding design. You set your width and depth, start cutting, and the channel comes out clean, and even without needing a second pass or extra tools. The adjustable groove system lets you reach up to 41 millimeters in depth and 42 millimeters in width, which is more than enough for most wiring and piping jobs. Blade changes are straightforward, and the machine supports multiple blade setups depending on the cut you need. Dust control is handled well here. It supports both water-based dust suppression and suction-style removal, and the included water pump helps keep the air clearer during longer cuts. That's a big relief when working indoors. The overall build feels sturdy without being overly bulky, and it's easy to maneuver along straight lines. Users generally like how quickly it gets the job done. Some mention it can feel powerful for beginners, but once you get comfortable, it delivers clean, professional results consistently. Number 2 is the generic 110-volt wall chaser. This one immediately gives off a no-nonsense, job site-ready vibe. Once it spins up to 6,500 RPM, it cuts aggressively through concrete, brick, tile, and marble without hesitation. It's built for fast, clean grooving, especially when you're running long channels for wiring or conduit and don't want to keep stopping to clean things up. Flexibility is a strong point here. The front handle rotates 180 degrees, and the rear handle rotates 90 degrees. So it's easy to stay comfortable whether you're cutting vertically, horizontally, or working close to corners. The adjustable depth and width, paired with 5 diamond blades, let you dial in grooves up to 42 millimeters without fighting the tool. There's also an automatic lock button, which is surprisingly useful during longer cuts, keeping the machine running without constant pressure. Precision comes from the built-in infrared guide, which helps keep lines straight instead of drifting halfway through a cut. Dust control is handled with a movable protective cover and a water pump that does a solid job of keeping debris down, especially indoors. Build quality feels solid for its class, though it's not lightweight. Most users appreciate the cutting speed and clean results, while a few note it can feel intense for first-time users. Once you get the hang of it, it's a strong, dependable workhorse. Number 1 is the Kimtem wall grooving machine. This is the kind of tool that feels built for serious wall work the moment you pick it up. There's a lot of power on tap here with a 4,800 watt motor that has no trouble cutting clean channels into concrete, brick, or marble. Once it's running, it stays steady and confident, even when you're pushing through tougher sections of the wall. What really helps during layout work is the infrared locator. You draw your line up the beam, and the cut stays where it should. The adjustable channel width and depth make it easy to tailor grooves for different conduit sizes, and the ability to cut clean 90-degree corners saves time when working around outlets or junctions. The rotating handle also makes a big difference, especially when switching between vertical and horizontal runs. Safety and dust control are clearly part of the design. It includes leakage protection, and when paired with the water pump, dust is kept to a manageable level during cutting. The machine feels solid without being awkward to handle, and the overall balance helps reduce fatigue during longer jobs. Most people who use it appreciate the clean results and strong cutting performance. A few note it takes a bit of practice to fully control, but once dialed in, it delivers professional-looking grooves consistently. That wraps up our list of the best wall chasers. Check the links below, pick the right one, and get cleaner cuts faster.